Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is DC Pride 2023. Now, it seems to be a thing that is picked up and pretty cool as anthologies put out every year to celebrate Pride. Some of the publishers have started doing anthologies to celebrate other things, but I think overall it's a really cool concept. I love anthologies. Anthologies admittedly sometimes have some great stuff in it, sometimes have some horrible stuff in it, but generally I think it's really cool to be able to go see a whole bunch of different creators all doing basically short stories and checking out the different styles, different storytelling styles, different art styles. So DC Pride celebrates the queer characters and creators from DC Comics, and there is a massive amount of creators in here. I'm not even going to read them all because this would be like a 10-minute video reading everything. So we're going to have the list underneath this of everyone who's a part of it. But this is actually, it's cool. I really enjoy this. And, obviously with anthologies, there's some stuff better than others. But I really do like the different styles, like the different storytellings, the vast amount of characters. Some I knew, some I didn't know. And creators who some I know, some I don't know, and to see what they've done with this. But what I also thought is really, really cool is that there is a whole bunch of different voices. It's interesting is, I grew up during the 80s, during the AIDS crisis, and, very much when it comes to the LGBTQ community shaped by those events. I have family members who are LGBTQ and lost family members to AIDS, and those are the type of things that shaped me. So I was of the age where the word queer was a bad thing. So it's really kind of interesting to me reading this and reading the different voices. And what I'll call is some would be like the younger voices, and then some feel like a very much kind of like my generation and older who might have a little bit of a different experience. And I think that's actually really kind of cool to see, and it very much is different experiences. And there's a couple things that like really stood out to me on this. Is there's one story in particular that involves Midnighter and Apollo. And it really kind of goes through that history of the LGBTQ movement. Alan Scott comes in to kind of talk to them about the current fights that are going on, the current resistance that goes on, and really kind of throws it out there of like, this is just the latest chapter in an ongoing struggle, that there was resistance in the 80s that was able to bring research to the AIDS crisis, that there was resistance in the 70s that came to created Coming Out Day, and I think that's a really cool thing. And I don't remember who particularly wrote that one, but to me that feels like it's a bit of an older voice, if that makes sense, in the community, giving a bit of history, and I think that's really, really neat. And throughout all these stories that very much celebrate coming out and people, the experience of it, and characters finding each other, supporting each other, in some instances just being queer and kicking ass together. It's cool to see all these different experiences and perspectives. What I also think is really neat is throughout the comic is that there's a lot of material to maybe help individuals who are looking for organizations to get involved with, or different ways to connect with people. So there's, instead of kind of like the normal ads, there's ads for different organizations that people can connect with. To me, I think that's a fantastic use of this. But overall, like I'm a fan of these things. It's Pride especially, but all these kind of anthologies as a whole. Allows individuals to see people that and hear from people in comics that are like them. They might not necessarily find those voices monthly or really connect with them because they just don't click as far as that. And this, is among other anthologies that are of different groups, are kind of more of that flashing lights of like, hey, check this out. You're going to go and you know what you're getting, and you're going to be able to go find people like yourselves. And to me, I think that's really cool and really neat. And I love that they're doing this and continue to do this. As I said, material is so different. You get such different art styles. let me find, from that to this. See if where the Midnighter is. The Midnighter one is like very, very cool. I love the Midnighter one and Apollo. So as I said, like it's tons of different characters. Heroes, villains, just everyone in between. Some really well-known characters, some not as well-known characters. So I think overall it's a great anthology as always. I think it's a great release as it always is. As a fan of anthologies, I enjoy it. The idea behind it and the fact that maybe it's just helping one person out there. I think it is well worth it. It's fantastic to kind of see yourself in comics and to find something you can connect with. And this is just one way for people to do that. So yeah, you can go get this out in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage by doing that. You'll support our site, so thank you for that. And I want to thank DC Comics for hooking us up with this. We appreciate it. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you are into comics, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and resist. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.